For the past 3 years, the education team of the South African Institute for Drug-Free Sport has been hard at work developing programs to address anti-doping issues in sport. Initially, these programs were developed for young athletes and more recently also for the older, more seasoned athlete in different sport codes. The nationwide campaign is the I Play Fair, Say No to Doping campaign.
I play fair,
say no to doping.
The program includes workshops for coaches, managers and sports administrators. Every event is different with a different number of participants. Over the past 4 years, we have been exposed to more than 25,000 people.
It's really very important that we have sports which is drug-free because with sports we want to get the real potential.
To date, we have experimented with a few different approaches to anti-doping education and outreach. From on-field outreach models based on games developed for the younger age groups, with a system of reward-winning SAIDS branded prizes such as t-shirts, towels, peak caps and water bottles. We also do the basic information dissemination and the sharing of information with coaches, managers, chaperones and athletes. All programs are very interactive, always allowing enough time for questions and answers.
Een van ons top cricketspelers positief getoets in Indië. Daar's 'n hele ondersoek daarna. Louwel, one of our top long jumpers, already qualified for the Olympic Games. He's out at the present moment. He's 8 sample tested positive. They're waiting the results.
We all know steroids is readily available.
Yeah.
It's a phone call away.
Yeah.
Why isn't there better legislation from the sports code or the state or whoever to om dit te beheer, the selling of these type of things, to have a method in place where these types of things have to be like prescribed. It has to be, jy moet dit verantwoord, jy moet verantwoord die goed wat jy uitgee. Dit moet gemaak word, you have to answer to those things.
Younger athletes also fill out a pledge that says as long as they are competitive sports people, they will remain drug-free. Upon filling out such a pledge, they are rewarded with a certificate that says they are proudly drug-free. Parents show a great interest as well, especially in the dietary information and supplements and in the testing process, since it was announced that the South African Institute for Drug-Free Sport will be testing young athletes.
We understand that it's very expensive to do the test, and it's something that one will have to look at. But at least our top athletes and our athletes with special performances, we must ensure that those performances are done legally. And as such, the more tests we can do, the more regular we can do tests, the better it will be for us. Another worry of mine is obviously school sport, and the fact that in school sport more and more we find that athletes are using drugs and enhancing drugs. So we need to sort that out too, and it'll be very good if drug-free sport can get to schools meetings and also sort it out from that point of view.
This year in particular saw the team going on the road again in March and April, taking its new look education material to a few major sports events around the country.
Ik was voorheen ook die bestuurder van SA Games en daar het ons ook eintlik die hele fiete voorgelees van WADA en daar was 'n hele paar dinge wat ons pyp gemaak is en so aan weet ook hoe die manne gaan toets en so aan. So kinders definitief moet basies blootgestel word aan hierdie dinge, die prosedure hoe om getoets te word. Vir alles hulle moet vir toets gaan want kinders kry hy eerste keer 'n shock en al daai goede. So dis goed eintlik basies, maar belangrik, hoekom nie hulle moet eintlik die verbode middels gebruik nie. Daar's baie middels wat jy wel kan gebruik wat natuurlik is. En ons het eintlik basies baie mense, veral ons atlete, in geval onkleurige bevolking of swart bevolking. Hulle is geneties eintlik basies so gekoop, hulle kan eintlik basies weet sonder enige verbode middels regtig klaar kom eintlik basies. So hulle nodig eintlik nie die steroids of whatever en so aan nie. En jou liggaam te loops, create ook 'n sekere mate van steroïdes en so aan. So definitief drug-free sport als nie af vir julle.
The new education material co-branded with WADA includes an at-a-glance look at anti-doping, the dangers of doping, frequently asked questions on doping in sport, the 11-step doping control process, athletes' rights and responsibilities, and a flyer on the therapeutic use exemption. However, the aim of this roadshow is not just to roll out the new literature, but also to continue an aggressive education program for all sports people in South Africa. The tour also allows the South African Institute for Drug-Free Sport to stay visible at these major sport events, most of which also have a testing team present. While in Johannesburg at the end of March, the team trained newly recruited education officers from the Gauteng and KwaZulu-Natal areas, who will be deployed to do additional outreach and education programs in those parts of the country. The training is a capacity building strategy and came about as a direct result of supply not equaling demand at present. Because we are Western Cape based, and because the requests for talks, workshops and on-field outreach programs have increased tremendously on a national and provincial level, we decided to recruit 4 education officers from different provinces who will be trained to take education programs to other provinces more readily. The annual calendar of the education team fills up fast. The number of anti-doping workshop requests is definitely on the increase, and exciting news is that we are planning schools education symposia in a few provinces as of October 2012. Although priority sports are athletics, rugby, swimming, cycling and boxing, participants, coaches and sports administrators in sports like cricket, netball, gymnastics, football, climbing, basketball and table tennis among others are also being targeted through these anti-doping workshops. A special program was developed with SARU for the 2012 Coca-Cola Under-18 Craven Week in Port Elizabeth. It was compulsory for each of the 20 participating teams to attend the education program, which entailed a series of videos on anti-doping, health risks, supplements and the doping control process. It culminated in a test that each player took on a sponsored laptop, scoring a mark out of 10 and then entering their names, thus recording their scores. This, in addition to the literature packs they received, proved to be a very effective way to reach out to this level of player.
170 boys at this year's competition, so there's a chance one of you will be called out for testing. And we talk about that process that you go through and how you fill the bottle with urine and then sign the form and all that. So we go through all of that as well.
On the educational side, it is great to see that drug-free sport attends our major championships and so on, but we can also, from the federation side, make use of some more of your information and so on and distribute to our kids and make sure that they know what they're playing with when they engage themselves with drugs.